Hello guys, Robot1 here, and today I am doing the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! On my channel. And for you guys who haven't seen the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before, the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a segment on my channel where I talk about cards that I think will be good later on in the game, or just cards that interest me, or just new support, or just anything like that. Because, yeah, it's me talking about new cards that's come out, which I think will be somewhat decent maybe later on, or just me reviewing them and telling you what I really give my opinion on. This segment is just like, this is my way of communicating the cards that I like to talk about with you guys. So, yeah, let's start off with, let's talk about all these new TCG exclusive cards that we recently got announced last week, which will be out next week in the sneak peek, I believe. Okay. So, let's just get into this. So, the first one we're talking about is Subterra Behemoth Voltelleric. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And it's an Earth, level 9, 1900 attack, 3000 defense, Thunder monster, and it's obviously a flip because it's Subterra. Its effect is, and I'm not going to really go over the effect that is, like, once per turn you can set it yourself, because there's not really any point in talking about that because all the Subterra monsters have... actually, no, I'll just say it right now. All Subterra monsters all Behemoth monsters have the same effect where you can set them when they're face up on the field, and if you if a monster on your field is set while your opponent controls while you control no other face up monsters, you can special summon the card from your hand. So yeah, they have two of those other effects that all Subterra Behemoths have. So now that we've gone over that, let's get into its actual effect. So the flip effect is, once per turn, target one set monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until your next end phase. That effect is pretty interesting, to be honest. Right. When I think about that, it's like it has to be a set card, so it's not really that relevant. And with that being said, like there's no point really dealing with a set bothers playing it with that. Like if your opponent just set a card and you have this on the field set as well, then sure it can be a great card, but it's not really going to do much. The only way I could see this happening is if you comboed it with the other Subterra, the big turtle fire one, and you set that with this. And then you flip the turtle first, and you flip this. But other than that, I really don't see this card being of any use. And it's just not that great. Sure, it's a snatch steal, but the problem... Well, brain control, but the problem is... It has to target a set monster. Like, that's the problem with this card. So this card, I don't see that great in Subterra's. Like, that's pretty bad. But yeah, let's see how good the next one is. Subterra Behemoth Dragosorari. Earth, level 6, zombie, 2400 attack, 1600 defense. Okay. What's your effect? You can activate this effect. Wait, what? You can activate this effect this turn. Subterra monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. That's not bad. Right, that's a solid effect. But like I'd say this is a one-off. Like it's not bad, it's not complete trash. It's definitely better than the level 5 one, the water one. Or is it an aqua? I don't know. But it's like this card. It's decent. It's decent. I would say it's either a 1 or a 2 of. When it's flipped, it has a pretty decent effect of being able to protect all your Subterra monsters from effects, which is actually quite good. Well, from destruction by effects, so they can't mirror force you. So it's not bad. It's not bad. I would say this is a 1 or a 2 of. I'll have to test it myself because I kind of want to test Subterras. I'll probably do some dual videos with like the Subterra stuff and the new Spiral stuff, but like this card isn't. It's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. It's a subpar card. It's just above average, but it's not amazing. It's not what the deck needs. Their new normal summonable monster, Subterra Nemesis Defender. So now we've had Warrior, Archer, and now we have the Defender. It's an Earth, level 2, Beast Warrior, 100 attack, 2000 defense. And I believe this is a hand trap as well, so let's get into its effect. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets exactly one set monster you control, and no other cards, or when a set monster you control is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. Okay, so it has the same thing with Ghost Ogre, where you can do it from hand or field. Let's read in the other rest of the effect. Then target one other monster you control. That would be an appropriate target. That card / effect / attack now targets the new target while you control a set monster. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Okay, so that's just it's not bad. Like, it changes the target or something that you didn't want to happen. So if you're in the battle phase, you have this in hand, and your opponent's trying to go for the kill on one of the other Subterra monsters, then you could, like, I would say this is great if you have the turtle set, because they attack that monster, they attack a different monster, and then you have this in hand, so you can discard this. This effect will activate, forcing them to attack the turtle. Then the turtle will flip, setting all their cards, which will mean that you can essentially end the battle phase for them, which isn't a terrible idea. But at the same time, the effect target, it's not really that great, because targeting really isn't much of a thing anymore. Especially targeting exactly one card. Like, it's not amazing, but I would give it maybe I'll say it's a 2-of as well in the deck, because it's a normal summonable monster, but it's not really amazing. I would say it's not great. And that additional effect of not being able to be destroyed while you control a set monster, but not being able to be destroyed by anything, it's pretty good. That's not bad. I definitely have to give this maybe a 4 out of 10, to be honest, for the cards rating in general. Like, the only subpar Subterra, like, these two are okay. They don't really give the deck what it needs, though. And I love the artwork on this. It has a Warhammer and everything, but this is trash. This is subpar, and this is subpar. They're okay. Let's get on to the final new Subterra card, which is a spell card. Okay, so Clash in the Subterra Caverns. It's a continuous spell card, and its effect is all Subterra monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense for each set monster on the field. Okay, so if you have no set monsters, no attack is gained. That's okay, so far I don't think this card should be used. Its next effect is, once per turn when a Subterra monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one Subterra card in your graveyard, except Clash of Subterra Caverns, and add it to your hand. That's bad. That's not great, to be honest. Like, sure, you can recycle cards in your graveyard with this, but you have to inflict damage first, and that's really not that good, in my opinion. So, yeah, this isn't a great card in my opinion. Like, this Subterra just didn't get anything really amazing. I could maybe see this card being used at 1, maybe, like, maybe not even that. Like, it's not that good, but yeah. So Subterra's got really screwed over. They got 2 subpar cards and 2 shit cards, but that's the Subterra TCG exclusive stuff. Let's see how the Spiral TCG exclusive stuff did. Now, I already know about one of them, but actually, you know what? We'll start with the one that I already know. SPYGAL Misty. Yeah, guys, you can already tell that it's annoying. Why is it annoying? It's got a G instead of a R. It's meant to be Spiral, not SPYGAL. It can't even be searched with resort. That's so bad. But SPYGAL, let's get into what it can actually do. See if it's actually somewhat usable in the deck. So it's a dark, level 4 spellcaster, 1500 attack, 1600 defense. So it's a spellcaster, so no searching for you. Like, literally, there's no way to search this card in the game. Its effect is, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can declare one card type, monster, spell, or trap, reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you do, draw one card. If it is the card of that type. So basically, you reveal a card type. If you declare it right, you draw a card. That actually would be amazing if it was a Spiral card. God damn it. Its next effect is, once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one Spiral Super Agent you control, and one monster your opponent controls, return them both to the hand. That's not actually that bad, to be honest. Like, it's during either player's turn, so it has the same thing as the Kirin. It's able to, compulse both. You can interrupt combos with it, which I think is really good. And if you can special summon the Super Agent with this, like, you're in a good situation. So that's not actually that bad in my opinion. I think that's actually quite good. It's obviously not that great because it's SPYGAL, but it's not an absolute trash card. Like, the first effect's it's pretty good if you declare the right type, because that's a +1. And let's be honest, in Spirals, you're going to be declaring the right type almost 100% of the time. And you have a Kirin effect built in, which isn't bad either. So, like, sure, you can Raigeki here, but that Kirin effect is quite decent, which I think is pretty good. So, I would have to give this a 5, just because, like, 5 out of 10. Just purely because of the SPYGAL thing. Like, it gains 5 points for its effects, because its effect is actually pretty good, but it loses 5 of the 10 just because it's not a Spiral. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. But yeah, that's not terrible. I think that's quite good. It's not 100% bad. I could maybe even see this being used in some rogue decks. Like, some rank 4 rogue decks, because of that simply a chance of a draw. But, yeah, I don't see it as a bad card. Okay, so the next card we're talking about is Spiral Tough, an actual Spiral monster, which is a Wind, level 4, Warrior, 1900 attack, 1500 defense. So it's essentially another Super Agent in stats, I believe. Its effect is, this card's name becomes Spiral Super Agent while on the field or in the graveyard. Good job, Konami. Good decision. Make another Super Agent, that's what we need. Now let's just see if the rest of its effects is decent, just as good. Once per turn, you can declare one card type, monster, spell, or trap, and target one card your opponent controls. Reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you do, destroy the targeted card if the revealed card is the declared type. So basically, you declare a type, you reveal your opponent's top card. If it's a monster or a spell or a trap, you destroy the card that you targeted. Now, that's not terrible. It's easy removal. It can target any card on the field. So essentially, you can target vanities or something like that. If you declare it right, obviously. It's not trash, but obviously it's not amazing. And I think with this, they're trying to go with a more rank 4 centric build of Spirals, because like they've been making more level 4 monsters. From what I've seen. Well, look, they've made 2 more level 4 monsters, which is actually really good in my opinion, because level 4 is a better sort of area for ranks. And this isn't complete trash, I would say, but it's not amazing. So, Spiral Tough, you are actually pretty good. I can't deny that. You've got the you are a Super Agent. You can destroy cards, any cards, which is really great. So I'll give you a 7. I'll give you a 7 out of 10, because you're actually quite good, man. But yeah, that's not bad. So we've got 2 trap cards for the Spiral ones, for Spirals. So let's talk about the first one. Spiral Gear Utility Wire. So Spiral Gear Utility Wire is a normal trap card. Its effect is, if you control a Spiral Super Agent, target one face-up card your opponent controls. Place it on top of the deck. Place it on top of the deck. You can only activate only one Spiral Gear Utility Wire per turn. That's actually quite good, because if you control a Super Agent, you're then able to target any face-up card your opponent controls and put it on top of the deck. And you knowing what the card is means that you get to declare the right type of these effects, which is actually really good. I really think that. Plus, it's kind of like a I forgot the name of the card. Phoenix Wing Blast or something? I think it's Phoenix Wing Blast. Sorry guys, just making sure I'm right. I don't want to be wrong. Flippin' hell. I am trying to remember what it's called. Let's go traps. Normal. You know, it's really annoying when you can't remember the card you want to say. Let's see if I can find you real quick, because I'm going into ramble sessions. Oh yes, it's Phoenix Wind Blast. Okay, yeah. So this is basically a Phoenix Wind Blast, which allows you to put a card on top of the deck without any discard cost. And all you need to do is control a Super Agent, which now we have 2 of, which is pretty good. So I'll give this an easy 5 out of 10. I'll give this probably a 7 out of 10, because it's able to give you the free advantage that you need to be able to play. Plus, you're getting rid of a card that could be a problem card later on. And the final card we're talking about is Spiral Mission Recapture. It's a continuous trap card, which is quite cool. And its effect is, destroy this card during your third end phase after activation. Okay, so it's kind of like Spiral Mission Assault. So it's got that effect built in. Its effect is, once per turn, if a Spiral monster is special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can target one monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase, but it cannot attack directly this turn. Okay. So the deck now has a brain control, which I think is really good. And with being able to special summon Super Agent and all that, it's actually quite cool. Plus, I'm probably going to make a build that will main stuff like got 10 goldfishes and other things to make the build more consistent. So that's actually really cool. So that's actually really good. That will help it out. The only problem I can see with this is it's a trap, so it will be harder to use. But nonetheless, it's got a brain control, which is actually really good. Its next effect is, if a Spiral monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by battle card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead of destroying one of those Spiral monsters. So basically, they Regeki you have maybe 2 monsters on the board. You destroy this, and one of the monsters is protected. So that's not absolute trash. It's obviously this is a great card. This is a great card. It's just what Spiral's kind of needed. Obviously, it would have been better if it was a spell. But it's kind of the sort of thing they needed. So I can see this being a very good card in general. Has a great effect. Has some built-in protection to those to protect it, like one Spiral monster, which isn't terrible. And that's actually pretty good. So all in all, I have to give the Spiral support over the Subterra support. Like the Subterra support versus Spiral support, the Spiral support is much better. Like SPYGAL it's not terrible. It's all right, even though it's got Gal. Oh, flippin' hell, Gal. Why, Konami, did you do Gal? Should be rule. Be able to make it a searchable card, Konami. But that, yeah. We've got Tough, which is a new Super Agent, which is actually really good. And a target and destroy removal for any card on the board, which is great. A new Phoenix Wing Blast, which I think is just great as well. and a brain control which has some built-in protection, which is just really cool. So like compared to the Subterra stuff, the Subterra stuff is pretty trash. Like these are the only two good decent cards. Like these two right here. These are complete trash. But Spiral's got like I'd say 3.5 good cards, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, this is just my opinion. Remember, you could think the Subterra Support is amazing, or you could think the Spiral the Spiral stuff is shit. But in my opinion, the Spiral stuff is pretty good. Like I can see this stuff actually making it like maybe tier 2. Like I admit SPYGAL's complete trash, but maybe tier 2, 2.5. Which is actually kind of cool. So yeah, my opinion, all these cards, Subterra stuff was pretty much trash, but Spirals, they were alright. They were alright. They weren't complete trash. But yeah, guys, that's my opinion. Tell me what you think of these cards in the comment section below. Tell me if you think they're great. Tell me if you think they're bad. Tell me what you think of this video. Please press the notification button and tell me in the comment section below as well, and I'll give you a shout out in the next video. And as always, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Yugioh videos. Press the notification button for that shout out, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.